Welcome everybody back to the channel. Yeah, my hair might be everywhere. I just got off work, to be honest, and I'm going to swim right after this, and after this is uploaded. Um, this is the Tyler Keller Podcast, episode 34. We've got a lot of topics. First thing I want to talk about quick, because I do not have it written down in my notes. Daniel Bryant, I said something about him and Hulk Hogan was supposed to get new deals. Now, Hulk Hogan definitely got a deal. Daniel Bryant has not gotten an extension on his contract. Interesting, yes. I don't know what they're waiting on. His contract ends September 1st, so I mean, not far off from it. So hopefully they get it here soon. You would think WWE would want to try to keep him back, to be honest. That's just me. I hope everyone is having a great Friday. Also, I want to talk about this. I was supposed to do TKW today, podcast instead. Behind me, that door, you see that door, well, you look to that side, that's my room and everything. And, I haven't done a house tour. This is the living room, but I will do a house tour. I promise. I said I was going to here soon. I will when the AC gets turned back on upstairs. It is hot. I'm not going to sweat while doing TKW. It ain't happening. I'm sorry. Until the air is fixed, there's probably just videos, to be honest. Videos, no streams. Just quiet. Well, if I do a stream, it'll be on my phone. And it'll be for Raw, SmackDown recap, or something like that. But let's get into the news. We've got a lot to talk about that's also not WWE related. I know most of you guys are like, yeah, you're big WWE. I'm big into everything else also, folks. Kawhi Leonard gets traded to the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors gave up DeMar DeRozan and Jacob Sutton and another pick, I think. I do not think Kawhi Leonard will be re-signing with Toronto after this next year. I think Kawhi Leonard will be in LA next year. I don't think he's going to fake like Paul George wanted, like Paul George faked out the Lakers and re-signed with OKC. I don't think that's going to happen. So, Kawhi Leonard's going to be in Toronto for a year. Toronto better hope they can get to the finals with that Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, that young team and young squad that ain't bad. It's just two words, LeBron James. And now he's in the West. Don't have to see him until the finals, potentially. Not saying the Lakers are going to make it, but I think they could. I really think it's the Warriors and the Lakers. I think Houston has fallen off with not keeping Ariza. I think that's a big drop-off, even though they still have Gerald Green. But Ariza is just an ultimate defender to me, and he can shoot that three when you need it. The real Revis Island, retired from the NFL. One of the best cornerbacks in the prime, easily, man. It was for years. He was so good to watch and so fun to watch. But Darrelle Revis done with the NFL. He retired. What was it? 2 days ago, I think. Not sure. Okay. Something just out of the ordinary. with my podcast, I will talk about almost anything. I don't really want to talk about politics. That's just one thing I want to stay out of because I don't really enjoy talking about it at all. His last name is Furman. He holds the Guinness World Record for a lot of stuff. Like, he's supposed to be the one that holds the most Guinness World Records. Listen to this, and I guess this is just how bored you gotta be on your free time. He asked Guinness if anyone's done this. They're like, no one's done it. So, definitely it's gonna be a damn world record, however you put it. He sliced 23 watermelons on his stomach in 1 minute. I want to know who's eating the watermelon. That's what I want to know, because I know they don't need to be wasting no damn watermelon on the Guinness World Record and not even eating any of it. That's for one thing. News on Vince McMahon. This man was absent and was not at Extreme Rules. Just a quick little thing. He might be doing this more with the XFL coming up, so be ready for that. I don't think it's a big deal. It's just surprising to not see him, to see that he was told that he was actually absent from the event. New Day, Titus O'Neil. Statements on Hulk Hogan. New Day. Well, I think it was on Kofi's account, but they talked about it all in their own words about, the situation. And, I talked about it. I say people do bad things. He shouldn't have done it. I don't care if he... And then I don't like him saying, you never know when the camera's running. Well, no, you don't need to be saying that. That just sounds so bad to me. Honestly, it sounds a lot iffy, But Titus O'Neil, there was a rumor that he left the arena, was pissed off, with the statement that Hulk did to the locker room. In fact, that was not the case. He was not booked, and a lot of people left after that since they weren't booked. Smart move. Enjoy your night. Who cares that you're not... If you're not on the pay-per-view, you might as well just go out and have some fun, man. I mean, that's how I would think. Jeff Hardy. This man, I've talked about it on recaps. I've talked about it on the Town Nation podcast that I do with Hayden every week. And by the way, I still did the podcast this week in the hot air. You guys just do not know how awful it is just being in there. And it was the shortest podcast ever we've done, in a while at least. But let's see, what should we talk about? Marcus Smart of the Boston Celtics guard. He re-signed with Boston. There was something that he might not re-sign. I thought he was going to re-sign. He's a great fit with Boston. He might not be the best shooter, and stuff, but when that man is on the court, he plays his hardest, even if it looks ugly. Honestly, even if it looks ugly, but he signed a 4-year, $52 million with Boston, and congrats to him. Congrats on getting paid. I don't know if he's worth that much. What's that? $20.5 million a year or something. Well, not 20, 15, something like that. I don't know. I can't really count right now. No, it's like 13.5 or something. I don't know why I said 20. I'm thinking it's 62 instead of 52. But glad for him. Charlotte Flair, Miss Charlotte, with her implants busted or whatever the hell. I don't know what even happened. I don't really care. And that's the phone ringing. Let it ring 2 more times. It's toll free call. I hate toll free. Talk about it. I hate toll free. Why? But she is returning supposedly July 31st. So here soon. And that is on a SmackDown Live. I did get that news. All of the stuff I get with my news is basically on the internet. And I just, I state them and then I do my opinion on it. It's just like any podcaster out there that, doesn't have a newsletter or something. It's just one of those things. Someone that I've watched a lot, followed a lot, I'm bad with names. The Ane Prezazzo. I think I said that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm horrible for that. But I've followed her, indie scene and everything, and she, for the last 2 or 3 years, I've followed her, and we actually follow each other on social media. That's crazy. Even though she only got about 40,000, but I'm one of the 800 she follows or something. I'm kind of proud of that. She's had, tried to do 100 dates or something for every year. And now she's full-time in NXT. I'm proud of that, man. It's amazing where some people, you follow their, journey a little bit. You follow, 100 dates and all this. And now, she's in NXT, train up with professionals, performance center and everything. Man, can you imagine her in NXT doing her thing? It's going to be wonderful. Travis Brownie, which he does UFC. I don't know if he does it anymore, to be honest. He would love to team up with his wife, which is Ronda Rousey, in the WWE one of these days. He enjoys the WWE aspect. And then he tells people that she is very happy in doing WWE, like what she's doing now. And you could see it on her face. Like, come on now. You can tell she loves it. You can tell she loves it by far. And news that I know everyone is going to love. And now I've gotten more news on it that it could potentially be just erased and it could be just even more misery. No one's here and I'm hearing stuff. I don't know. Roman Reigns. Supposed to be Bob Lashley, not Bobby. Bob Lashley this upcoming Monday. And now, before I came onto here to record, because the last 3 days I always look on rumors on Twitter, on just the internet, Google aspect of it. And I found this out now that they're really thinking of doing like a double count out and both men in there. And it's Brock Lesnar versus Bob Lashley and Roman Reigns in a triple threat. Can you just imagine? And I better not see this as the main event of the evening. Only reason they should do this, if it's the main event, is if Braun Strowman is cashing in. That's all I've got to say about that. But that's the rumor going into it. Jimmy Garoppolo, the 49ers quarterback, and I told you I would, I would report on everything, He took a porn star out on a date. Her name is Cara Meany. Never heard of her. Well, I mean, we've heard of porn stars before, but I've never heard of her, to be honest. And the funny stuff about this is, you go and, see that he's trending, and I'm like, what is Jimmy trending for? I looked, and it was he took out a porn star on a date. And a lot of tweets, the funniest stuff is a lot of tweets, like TMZ reported it, and a lot of people quoted it. It said, Jimmy G is up with his sex life or something like that. It was a lot of tweets. I would have to go back and see it, but it was some funny stuff, honestly. I mean, if he is dating, a porn star, salute to him, because if he can't ever really have bad sex. Well, I hope not, for his sake. Carmelo Anthony traded to the Hawks. Now listen to this. Traded to the Hawks. The Hawks gave up Dennis Schroeder and Mike Mulkey or something to OKC. And they got back Melo and a first round 2022 protective first round pick. And they're going to waive Melo so he can go to the Rockets, Lakers potentially, or Miami. The big spots is Miami or Houston, from what I'm hearing. And something else right now, and only reason I saw this, I just saw it in my Bleacher Report. Yogi Ferrell, which, if you're a Dallas Maverick fan, you know who Yogi is. He was supposed to sign a 2-year, $5.5 million or 5 point something deal with us. He backed out, and he just signed with the Kings for 2 years, $6.2 million. I really don't like when people back out of stuff when it's supposed to be done. That's the reason, I've actually tried to forgive Delonte Jordan, because I feel like it wasn't all of his fault in 2015 to Dallas, so I don't know. We got, let's see, 2 more news. The Miz, and it's WWE related, folks. The Miz is upset and believes the main title, should be in the main event of the pay-per-views. Ding, 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 ding. Did he say anything wrong? He didn't say nothing wrong in that statement. He said 100% facts. But, some people, they're like, oh, no. The main title, if Brock Lesnar is not defending the WWE Universal Championship, it should definitely be the WWE Championship. And to be honest, it should be the WWE Championship every time, in my opinion. It has WWE Championship. It's called that for a reason. It's supposed to be the main title. Universal title, just the title that we saw 2 years ago. And it's completely ugly. Why would you want to showcase it in your main event when you're going to have Brock and you're going to have some people from UFC over with Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss? But I completely agree with The Miz. Main titles should be main events, no matter what. 5 potential opponents for John Cena. If it's not The Undertaker at SummerSlam. I can't believe we're still talking about The Undertaker and Cena at SummerSlam. I mean, they better build it up right now. Or if Cena's having a match at SummerSlam, they better build that motherfucker quick. I actually have something else right after this, so it's actually 3 stuff instead of 2. But I saw a list. Number 5 was Bobby Lashley versus John Cena. No, thank you. And it ain't going to happen because I think the fact that the triple threat news is bringing out, like Lesnar, Lashley, and, Roman, I feel like that will come to a par more than just a one-on-one match. Number 4, and I like this one. And the way he talked about him in a, question, the Velveteen Dream versus John Cena, I'd love to see that. You know how much, awesomeness that would be for the Velveteen Dream? That'd be awesome. Number 3, Elias. They've had so much history, this would make a lot of sense too. This one, out of most lists, out of all these people, would probably make the most sense. Honestly. It honestly would. Number 2, Andre Cien Almas. I would love to see this one too. Honestly, the only one that I would not really care about is the one with Bobby Lashley. That's just how I feel about Bobby Lashley. But I feel like he's gaining a little bit more traction right now. So I'm hopefully he'll go up and up a little bit more. Maybe I'll be like, okay. Number 1, Samoa Joe. Oh boy, this would be amazing. But talking about Samoa Joe, I've got news on Samoa Joe. He is supposed to face AJ Styles at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. That's the last piece of news I got. Styles Joe, we know what they done at TNA. Holy shit. It ain't hard to recreate it in WWE. Styles Joe, just book it. Just book it. And we're supposed to know who AJ is facing this Tuesday, so should be interesting. I want to know what you guys thought of all this news. I pretty much went through it quicker than I thought I would, but if you guys enjoyed it, smash that like button for me. Comment down below what you think. We're really growing onto 400 subscribers, but that ain't the main, well, it is the main concern, but the main thing that I'm seeing recently, and you know what, it's just seeing random people probably come in and, watch, and the viewership has been amazing the last 2 weeks with streams I do with Raw SmackDown or, videos. Everything has done really good here recently. And I want to thank anyone that subscribed and people that were watching that wasn't subscribed. Thank you too. I'm grateful. What I'm talking about is I haven't looked today, but my views for the last month was at 610. I probably didn't do as much. I don't know. I don't know. It was maybe because I didn't, it's just certain reasons. But this month, 2 days ago, I was already at 660. I was at, yesterday, 920. So, no, 960, I believe. So, I'm probably past 1,000 views today. Thank you. I still got, I don't know what today is. It's been a long day with work. But I still got 10 days or something left of this month. And I've already went past it with 400 views. Thank you guys. And I will see you guys next time here on the Tyler Keller Show. Enjoy your Friday evening/night.